Nutritionist and Managing Director of the Nutrition Place, an education and training center in Singapore focusing on disseminating the science of nutrition. Now, Pauline is also a registered dietitian with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics in the US, and having received her bachelor's degree in chemistry from the Chinese University of Hong Kong, and her master's degree in nutrition and dietetics from New York University, USA. She is currently the vice president of the Singapore Nutrition and Dietetics Association, the SNDA. 所以我们下个讲座人呢，他是陈敏。营养师，他是一名营养学的顾问。他现在呢，在营养房担任董事总经理。而营养房呢，是专注营养科学以及的教学及训练。那陈敏女士呢，她是美国营养和营养学学院的一位注册营养师。她在香港中文大学获得化学学士学位，和在纽约大学获得营养和营养学硕士学士。他是现任新加坡营养协会的副总裁。所以他今天讲的科目呢是糖尿病患者的饮食指南。So he's talking about right now, help, I have diabetes, so what can I eat? Now, big round of applause for Miss Pauline Chan. 欢迎陈敏女士。
Thank you so much. First of all, I'm really very glad that I have this opportunity to be here today, this afternoon, to join the public forum organized by KDF. 首先呢，我要非常感谢这个 KDF 呢，给我今天这个机会呢，很荣幸有这个机会跟大家一起分享一下一些关于糖尿病那个的患者的饮食指南。How many of you, before I start, I just wanted to know how many of you sitting here are diabetics or have families or friends who are diabetics? Can you just raise your hand? Okay, quite a lot. Okay. So I will start, and I will just focus on food. Okay, because the speakers, this afternoon have already explained in detail what is diabetes, what kind of complications you can get from diabetes. So my focus is just on food. 那今天呢，我的主题呢就是饮食，糖尿病饮食。因为呢，我们其他的那些专家讲者呢，其实也已经花了很多的时间呢，跟大家解释一下，就是说，跟大家解释。Can I get help？ 解释一下，就是说关于糖尿病的一些什么是糖尿病啊？糖尿病的一些副作用啊，一些怎样治疗糖尿病的一些药物的作用啊。那所以呢，我今天就讲一下关于饮食的一些资讯。I seem to have problem. See this side? 营养师跟这个科技好像扯不上什么关系。Sorry. Okay, so I will skip this slide because I think the previous speakers have actually explained. So 我今天就不再讲这些关于那个糖尿病的起因。那糖尿病刚才我们也了解到，就是说我们现在呢，我们一些内分泌的专家，我们的一些研究人员还在研究怎么样才可以完全的把这个糖尿病完全的治愈。虽然我们到现在为止还没有说有一个治好糖尿病的方法，但是我们确实可以控制糖尿病。So from the previous presentations, we realized that actually at this moment there's no ideal or what we call cure for diabetes. But don't worry, we actually can control the diabetes by controlling our blood sugar. By controlling the blood sugar, we can actually try to avoid all the complications, all the diseases mentioned by the previous speakers. How do we control diabetes? There are many ways to control diabetes. We can use medication, we can change our lifestyle, increase our exercise, increase our physical activity level, and of course, very important, maybe we pay more attention to what we put inside our mouth. 那 我们怎么样来控制我们的血糖呢？其实有蛮多方法的。刚才我们林医生也讲过了，我们可以用药物来控制，可能要打我们要注射胰岛素来控制我们的病情，控制我们的血糖。那我们也可以完全的改变我们的生活方式，比如说我们的运动量可以增加一点呢，或者就是说我们应该改变一下我们的饮食习惯，看一看到底我们的饮食餐食里面的一些食物呢，会不会帮助我们把我们的血糖呢控制得更好。那我其实呢已经做了好多年的营养师，我已经做了20多年的营养师。那刚刚开始做营养师的时候呢，我有很多的朋友，很多的病人见我的第一句话就是说你可不可以帮我减肥？有没有一个什么减肥餐给我跟一跟，或者是说有没有说有一个糖尿病餐给我的爸爸妈妈，或者是给我自己、我的太太我的先生来参考一下。I've been practicing dietetics and nutrition for many years, for over 20 years. And I remember when I first practiced nutrition, a lot of my friends, my patients, when they first saw me, the first question they asked is, can you give me a weight loss diet? Or a diet plan that can help me to control my diabetes. So what is a diabetic plan? Is there such thing as diabetic meal plan? 其实到底有没有一样东西叫做糖尿病餐的呢？有没有呢？ Actually, diabetics 其实呢，糖尿病患者呢，就跟我们大部分的灰患者一样。OK， 其实我们所需要的就是一个非常健康、一个非常均衡的饮食。Actually, the diabetic individuals are just like all the rest of non-diabetics. What we actually need are just a healthy and balanced diet. Now, when we talk about healthy and balanced diet, I want to talk to you about CPF. Okay, when you hear the word CPF, what do you have in mind? Our CPF account. Okay, it's very important for us Singaporeans because that's where we get our money to pay our mortgage, that's where we can actually build our retirement nest. But when we talk about food, when we talk about diet, we also need to talk about CPF. But here, the CPF refers to carbohydrate, protein, and fat because they are the most important macronutrient that we have in our diet. So 我们新加坡国人呢，对公积金 CPF 这个字很敏感，因为呢，公积金对我们来讲是非常的重要，我们的房款我们以后退休都要靠它了，对不对？非常重要。但其实呢，从饮食方面这个角度来讲呢，我们也是觉得 CPF 非常重要。为什么呢？因为我们在餐食里面最重要的3个大的主体营养体，我们的碳水化合物、我们的蛋白质、我们的脂肪呢，它的第一个字母就是 CPF。所以 CPF 不光是我们的公积金，还是我们餐食里一个非常重要的营养素。那所以我们要就是说特别是糖尿病要非常的注意，就是说它的那个平衡，碳水化合物和蛋白质和脂肪的平衡。那我们刚才问过大家，就是说有没有说所谓的糖尿病餐？其实呢，糖尿病餐呢，我们作为营养师来讲呢，是没有说有糖尿病餐的 ，OK？ 因为呢，没有一个餐食呢是适合所有的人，每一个刚才 Dr. Lin 也讲过的 ，personalized，OK？ 个人化的，每一个人的营养需求都不一样的。每个人对卡路里的需求每个人对 CPF 的需求都不一样，所以呢，我们一定要把所有的餐食呢个人化，因为我们的所需要的卡路里是根据我们年龄根据我们的体重，比如说你身体体重高一点，你可能需要的卡路里需要的营养素就多一点。那你的运动量每个人的运动量都不一样，所以我们需要的营养成分营养的来源也不一样。那医药状况，比如说你有一些疾病比如说糖尿病或者是肾病或者是高血压高胆固醇这个呢也会影响到我们的餐食的需求。So there is no such thing as one diet fits all. Okay, it's all about personalized, individualized diet.Depending on your activity level, whether you are a very active person, your weight. 如果if you have a very if your size is bigger, then of course, obviously, you need more food. Depending on also whether your medical conditions, whether you have other diseases or other medical conditions, like whether you have a high blood pressure, whether your cholesterol is high, that would also affect the food that you need to put inside your mouth. Okay, so It's all about individualization. Okay, so when we talk about food for everyone, or when we talk about food for diabetics, I need you to remember two things. Okay, one is the quantity. The other one is the quality. Okay, quantity, why? Okay, because I think the previous speakers emphasized a lot on obesity, overweight, your body weight. Okay, because overweight, obesity is one of the major risk factors for diabetes. You need to control your weight. So if you eat too much, okay, you eat too much carbohydrate, too much calories, obviously, the risk of being diabetic is much higher. Then you must also look at quality, okay, especially the quality of carbohydrates. I will explain a little bit more about the different types or different variety of carbohydrate, because some carbohydrates tend to raise your blood sugar higher and faster, and some tend to raise your sugar a bit slower and make it a bit stable, okay? So you need to also pay attention to the quality. 如果我们是要讲一个所谓的那个餐食的话呢，那作为糖尿病患者来讲呢，我们需要注意2大事项。第一个就是我们的分量，餐食的分量。另外一个呢，就是我们餐食的质量。为什么要注意分量呢？因为刚才我们也讲过了，这个体重呢跟糖尿病呢是非常的有关系，是其中一个好朋友。刚才 Dr. Lin 也讲过了，是那个糖尿病的一个好朋友。那我们就不希望说我们的体重呢是过高，所以呢我们一定要严格的控制我们的卡路里的摄取量。OK， 所以那个分量非常重要，质量也非常的重要。为什么？因为呢，我们其实呢，有非常不同种类的碳水化合物。因为有一些碳水化合物呢，会把我们的血糖增加的非常的高，非常的快。那另外一些碳水化合物呢，可能就不会把我们的血糖增加的那么快。所以呢，我们等一下也会讲解一下哪一些碳水化合物是对我们比较好一点，会帮助我们控制我们的血糖。那刚才讲过，就是说分量非常的重要。为什么分量非常的重要呢？因为我们不希望你体重过胖。那如果你本身是患有糖尿病的，那你本身的那个体重是偏高的话呢，其实现在非常的多的研究报告就显示，就是说，如果呢你把你的体重降低，就算是降低几公斤，3、4公斤也好，你也会帮助你把你的血糖降低，控制得更好。When we talk about diet quantities, okay, we are referring to calories, because we don't want you to eat too much calorie, because you end up having, overweight, extra weight, because it would actually increase the risk of diabetes. Okay, so you need to really control the amount of calories. Okay, so the calories is also actually coming from your CPF. So carbohydrates also will contribute to the calories. So by controlling the calories, in a way, you are also controlling the carbohydrates. So by controlling calories and by exercising more, you are also controlling your body weight. So 除了控制你的卡路里的那个摄取量之外呢，你也要尽量的就是说增加你的运动量，因为增加运动量跟控制你的卡路里呢，就会控制好你的体重，控制好你的体重呢，就会控制好你的那个血糖。Now, the other very important thing that I want to mention to you today is what we call carbohydrates counting, because I believe the first slide this afternoon when Dr. Ng showed to you is actually what is causing the sugar level to go up. How does your sugar go up? It's from the carbohydrates. It's from the carbohydrates that's from the food that you eat, right? So you need to really know what is the cause of your, a so-called high sugar. Okay, so it's all because of the carbohydrates that you eat. So in order for you to control the sugar, you need to really pay attention to the carbohydrates. You need to know how much carbohydrates that you can have every day based on the amount of calories that you are allowed to have. Okay, it's actually not really very complicated, but many of my patients find it difficult to count calories or to count carbohydrates. They need dietitians to help you. That's fine. You can actually go and find a dietitian to help you, but it's actually not really that difficult to count the carbohydrates, especially if you know how to read labels. 其实呢，我有很多病人呢，我每天都特别是糖尿病人呢，我都会跟他解释，就是说我们呢要控制好糖尿病情，就是要控制好我们的 碳水化合物的摄取量。因为刚才呢，我们的前几位讲者也解释，就是说我们的血糖呢，就是因为我们饮食里面当中的那个碳水化合物的摄取了之后呢，我们分解成为葡萄糖，所以我们的血糖才会增加。所以如果你要控制好血糖，你就要控制好你的那个碳水化合物的摄取量。那其实要控制好你的碳水化合物的摄取量呢，你就要学会怎么样看标签，非常重要。因为每一项，比如说你去超级市场买食物，买回来之后看标签，你就会知道说，哦，我如果吃一片面包，吃一份这个食物呢，我到底有摄取是多少分量的那个碳水化合物。When you look at carbohydrates, okay, we are counting carbohydrates by blocks or by servings or by what we call exchange. Usually, one count of carbohydrate or one serving of carbohydrate-rich food is considered as containing 15 grams of carbohydrate. 所以每一个分量的那个碳水化合物的食物呢，大约含有15克的那个碳水化合物。克呢，就是我们用来衡量那个碳水化合物的那个单位。Okay, so it's very, very important that you know how many you are allowed to have. Okay, after you find out how many gram you are allowed to have, then you would know. Then you need to find out where are the foods, what are the foods that contribute to the carbohydrates. Then after that, you need to find out, okay, exactly how many grams of carbohydrate you can get from the food. 所以呢，如果你要知道你到底可以摄取多少的那个毫克多少克的那个碳水化合物呢？首先你要知道你每一天可以摄取多少。知道了之后，你要知道哪一些食物给你那个碳水化合物，然后才要知道说你每一个份的食物呢，给你多少克的这个碳水化合物。比如说，这个是我们新加坡保健促进局给我们的一个所谓的那个健康的那个食物的那个餐盘。Okay, this is actually what we call the My Healthy Plate, issued by our Health Promotion Board. It's actually a tool to help us to plan our meals. And under this plate, we have 4 major food groups. One is what we call the rice, the noodles, the bread, that kind of staple food. Then the other group is actually our protein group, our meat, our chicken, our milk, our cheese, and our lentils, our beans. Then we also have the fruits and vegetables. Okay, so out of these four groups, every single food group would actually give you some carbohydrate. 那如果你看这个我们所谓的健康餐盘的话呢，它把这些食物呢就分成4大组别。第一个组别呢，就是我们所谓的那个主粮，就是我们每天要吃的那个米饭面包我们的面条那些果条米粉这是属于这个组别。那另外一个呢，就是我们的肉类肉类也包括的鱼也包括我们的鸡蛋豆腐也包括的牛奶，还有一些就是豆类的食品。那另外那2组就是我们的蔬菜水果。那其实这4组的食物呢，都会供给我们碳水化合物。OK， 那你可以看到，就是说我们在这个餐盘上面呢，没有看到一些，比如说酱青一些调味好像酱青盐或者是说油这些我们不是说不可以用。OK， 那这些呢也跟我们今天的主题没有什么关系。为什么？因为这些调味料呢，基本上没有含有任何的碳水化合物。OK， 所以对糖尿病餐食的那个分配的话呢，可能对我们体重有影响，但是对我们的血糖的增加或者升高呢是没有大的影响。So actually, all food groups here contains carbohydrate, but the amount of carbohydrate in each food group is slightly different. Okay, obviously, your rice will have more than the amount of carbohydrates that you can find in vegetables. Okay. 其实呢，这些主食里面呢，含有的碳水化合物呢，其实是多过我们的蔬菜里面可以找到那个碳水化合物。Now, I want to actually use this chart to explain a little bit more to you. Okay, first of all, find out how many calories you are allowed to have. First step. Secondly, find out how many grams of carbohydrates that you are allowed to have. For example, if you look at this, okay, I need to go back. If you look at this chart, okay, some of you may need about 1,200 calories per day. Some of you may need about 1,500, some of you will need 1,800, some of you need 2,000. So depending on how many calories you are allowed to have, then you can actually calculate, oh, okay, so if I am allowed to have 1,500 calories, then my allowance for the carbohydrate foods will be about 12 servings, or what we call 12 exchanges, okay? So 12, okay? So what do you mean by 12? What is 1 first? Then I will know what is 12, right? 1 means about 1/3 bowl of rice, cooked rice, not raw rice. When I say 1/3 bowl, I'm talking about the standard bowl, not the bowl that you have, the huge bowl that you have at home. I'm talking about like when you go to hawker center, the chicken rice bowl, that is what we call 1 bowl. So 1/3 bowl is 1 portion, okay? When you talk about bread, when you eat 1 slice of bread in the morning, is 1 portion, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's white bread or wholemeal bread at this moment, is considered as 1. When you eat peas, sometimes when you eat stir-fried rice, you have frozen vegetables, right? Inside the frozen vegetables, you have peas, you have corns. That is actually also counted as carbohydrate food, okay? 1/2 cup of green peas is considered as 1 exchange serving. Potatoes, also considered as carbohydrate exchange food. Apples, papaya, grapefruit, even milk and yogurt are also counted as carbohydrate exchange. Okay, so everything listed down here is considered as 1 carbo food. And for people who are following this 1,500 calories, you are allowed to have 12 for the entire day, not for lunch or dinner, okay? Just entire day. Don't tell me that, oh, lunch I can have 12 and dinner I can have 12. It's for the entire day. So this is actually just a recommended distribution. 说如果你是糖尿病患者的话呢，首先你要知道你到底是每天可以摄取多少卡路里，因为知道了多少卡路里，你才可以知道说每一天我到底可以摄取多少份的碳水化合物的食物 ，OK？ 比如说，如果你每一天可以摄取的是1500卡路里的话呢，那每一天你可以摄取的碳水化合物的食物呢，就是差不多等于12份。那什么是12份？什么是1份？1份就大约等于差不多1/3碗的那个米饭，煮熟的米饭。10 minutes, right? Not 5, right? Okay. OK， 每一片面包就等于1份。那如果你是吃一些，比如说豌豆啊，或者是玉蜀黍之类的呢，其实它们也是算是碳水化合物。比如说像番薯啊。马铃薯都是属于这些那个碳水化合物的食物，所以呢要记住，就是说每一天几乎差不多10份到15份左右 ，OK？ 那非常重要的就是说，除了你要知道每天有多少份可以摄取呢，你还要知道就是说，你们要每一天呢要把这些碳水化合物的食物呢均衡的分布在你的不同的餐食当中。Not just the total number of carbohydrate foods that you need to know, but you also need to remember you need to distribute them evenly throughout the day. You cannot tell me that, oh, okay, I can have 12 a day, so I will have 6 during lunchtime and I will 6 at dinner. I would not have anything at lunch, at breakfast. That's also not good because when you eat too much in one meal, it will actually tend to raise up your sugar. Okay, so it's very important that you distribute evenly, and even the amount at each meal every day should also be consistent. 另外一个要注意的就是说，每一个餐、每一天、每一餐的那个碳水化合物呢，最好呢都是要差不多，这个样非常重要。特别是一些如果一些病人是，比如说你在每天都要打胰岛素，或者说每天你要吃药的话呢，那个餐食的那个分量呢，最好是要固定哈。That's very important, especially if you are on insulin, if you are on medication. You cannot say today I eat more, tomorrow I eat less, because the amount of insulin, the amount of medication that you have, is actually fitting that amount of carbohydrates that you have every day. Now, let's talk about quality, because remember earlier on I told you that there are many types of carbohydrate, okay? Many ways of describing carbohydrate. One is what we call sugar or simple carbohydrate. Very easy for you to digest, you don't need to take a long time to digest. Then we also have what we call complex carbohydrate. That takes a bit longer for you to go and digest. 如果是讲那个碳水化合物的话呢，我们有2大种，一种是我们所谓的比较简单一点的碳水化合物，好像糖啊，好像一些比如说水果之类的那些糖呢，就是属于简单的，因为它比较容易吸收， 比较没有需要那么久的那个消化。那一些比较复杂一点的，就好像我们一些米饭类的啊、马铃薯类的呢，它就需要长一点的时间来消化。那这些就属于比较复杂的那个这些碳水化合物。If you're talking about simple versus complex, simple raise your sugar higher, faster. Okay, that's a thing you need to remember. Complex lower, increase your sugar slower and longer. Okay, 所以呢，如果是简单一点的那个碳水化合物呢，会把你的血糖增加得很快，增加得很高。如果是复杂一点的碳水化合物呢，你增加血糖呢可能会慢一点，而且呢没有增加的那么高。Okay, so that is why we don't want you to eat too much sugar. Okay, because if you eat too much sugar, you put too much in your coffee and tea, your sugar level will go up very fast and go up very high. 所以如果你吃很多糖，你放很多糖在你的果啤啊，在你的那个 Milo 里面的话呢，你的血糖可能会增加的非常的快。OK， 而且增加非常的高。So最好就是说，特别是一些糖尿病患者，如果你的血糖控制的不是那么好的话呢，你最好呢就不要用糖，你最好可以用代糖来代替。Especially for individuals whose blood sugar control are not too good, okay, then my advice for you is not to use sugar, but to use sugar substitutes to sweeten your food. Okay. I just give you this question because this is something that I have been receiving almost all the time. If I cannot have table sugar, like 白糖 table sugar, okay, then can I use honey instead? Can I use brown sugar? Can I use gula melaka? Well, the answer is no. 很多人以为说我不用白糖，我就可以用蜜糖，我可以用黄糖，我可以用椰糖，它们都是糖 ，OK， 所以没有分别的。你可以用代糖，如果你觉得说你需要一点甜味的话，但是你用黄糖，你跟用那个白糖是没有分别的。我有一个病人呢，看过我之后呢，就跟我说我不用白糖了，我要控制。结果1个星期之后，他打电话给我说，为什么我的血糖还很高？后来我们才发现，他每天都冲蜜糖来喝，他以为蜜糖就不是糖。So very important. Honey is also considered as a kind of sugar, so you should also pay attention. Now, I want to also share with you the kind of carbohydrates we Singaporeans eat. Okay, we eat most of our carbohydrate from the staple food. Okay, what we call the refined low carbohydrates. 我们新加坡国人到底从什么地方摄取我们大部分的碳水化合物呢？其实呢，我们摄取的那个碳水化合物呢。大部分的来源呢，就是我们的米饭类、面包啊、米饭啊。除了这些之外呢，还有就是说我们的那个甜品，我们喜欢吃，比如说什么红豆汤啊、绿豆汤啊这些。So Singaporeans we get most of our carbohydrate from staple foods like rice, noodles, and also from desserts. Your green bean soup, your red bean soup, your ice kacang, and also of course. Your gobi, your teh, your Milo. That is something that we must have every day, every morning, right? Well, too bad. That's also your major source of sugar and carbohydrate. But unfortunately, the very good source of carbohydrate, the fiber-rich carbohydrate, the consumption is very low. It only contributes to 17% of our total carbohydrate. 那其实一些好的碳水化合物，好像一些高纤维的，比如说全麦的食品啊，我们的蔬菜水果，我们的摄取量反而非常的低。OK， 但是我们的那个甜品啊，我们的那个早上喝的果啤啊那些啊，反而呢加糖的饮料呢，我们的摄取量反而非常的高。那为什么我们觉得说你应该多摄取一些比较高质量的那个碳水化合物，特别是全麦的食物呢？就是因为全麦的食物呢，它的营养价值当然是非常好，因为它的那个纤维也非常的高。Why do we want to emphasize on getting better quality carbohydrate, which in this case would be actually whole grains? Because whole grains compared with refined carbohydrate, they have much more nutrient and they also have much more fiber, okay? So what's the big deal about fiber? So 纤维素，对，我知道纤维素非常的好，可以防止便秘，可以帮助我比较有饱腹的感觉，等我不用吃那么多，可能会降低我们的胆固醇。但是它对糖尿病人来讲有什么好处？非常的有好处，因为高纤维的食物呢，会帮助我们吸收我们的血糖慢一点。 就吸收这些血糖的食物，就是说那些碳水化合物的食物，它的吸收度比较慢一点，那我们的血糖就没有增加的那么快。So the fiber has many functions. The very well-known function is prevent constipation. It also help us to feel fuller, help us to lower down cholesterol, and also help us to actually lower down our blood sugar. And that's very important for individuals with diabetes. So we need to make sure that we include more high-fiber whole grains in our food, in our diet. How many of you actually have whole grains after you find out that you're diabetic? 你们有没有人发现你自己有糖尿病之后就把你们的那个餐食换成多一点的全麦食物？有没有？ Many of you, we are actually very lucky, in Singapore, because we have a variety of whole grain foods that we can use. They are available in our market, like the whole grain bread, brown rice. We even have whole grain bihun. We even have whole grain noodles, which you can't find in other markets. 我们新加坡其实国人非常的幸运，我们国家可以找到非常多的不同种类的全麦的食物，除了糙米之外，除了全麦面包之外，我不知道你们还知不知道，我们在超级市场还可以找到全麦的，或者是说我们全麦的那个米粉啊，我们全糙米做的那些米粉，或者是全麦的面条啊，这些都非常容易找得到。以前我们在超级市场买那个馒头买包，几乎找不到全麦的，但是现在你去超级市场，非常的容易找得到全麦的面包啊，或者是全麦的包点 ，OK？ 所以呢，你其实应该考虑一下，就是说尽量的呢，就是说把这些全麦的食物呢放在你的餐食当中。So remember, try to make sure that you substitute some of your main staple foods, carbohydrate foods, with whole grains, at least about 15 to 20%. 所以大约差不多15到28%的那个主食呢，如果你可以换成全麦类的话呢，那对你的血糖就非常的有帮助。OK， 那我现在有就是说我有很多病人也会问我说，就是说 ，OK， 你刚才讲过呢，那个水果里面含有果糖，就是说含有糖分，那是不是就是说我不可以吃水果了？从现在开始我不可以吃水果了？其实水果是一个非常健康、一个非常重要的食物，它不光是有果糖，它还有非常多的其他的维生素啊、那个矿物质，所以呢，一位营养师是不会叫糖尿病患者完全停止摄取水果。你一定要有包括一些水果在你的餐食当中，但是你不要吃太多，不要太过分，不要说 OK， 我们去马来西亚去吃榴莲，去到那个农场之后就大吃大喝。Okay, that's not good. I'm not saying that you cannot have fruits. You must actually have fruits, even though they have fruit sugar, what we call fructose, but they also have a lot of vitamins and minerals. But the last thing I want you to do is overeat. Okay, 2 servings is just fine, but I don't want you to go to the durian farm or whatever farm and just relax and eat. That's a bit too much. Okay, 所以要记住，就是说你可以吃，但是呢要控制好分量。那尽量就是吃水果，不要喝果汁。What I want you to do is actually to go and have the whole fruit instead of the fruit juice, because imagine 1 glass of orange juice is equivalent to how many oranges? 2, 3, right? But when you eat orange, each time you only eat what? 1. You seldom go and eat 2. But when you drink juice, it's easily 1 glass. Okay? 所以呢，吃水果也要有窍门，最好是吃水果。不要喝太多的果汁，因为呢，一杯果汁，比如说橙汁，可能分分钟就相等于差不多3粒橙，有的时候可能是4粒橙，所以尽量不要喝果汁，喝水果，吃水果，而且它的纤维素也会比较高一点。那可不可以吃菜？当然是非常鼓励大家吃菜，蔬菜越多越好。但是要注意的就是说呢，不要吃太多所谓的淀粉类的蔬菜。其实这些不是属于蔬菜类，但是我们很多病人就以为说，哦，我今天吃很多蔬菜，因为我吃了很多马铃薯啊，我吃了很多豌豆啊，我吃了很多玉蜀黍啊，所以我有吃蔬菜啊。对我们营养师来讲，对糖尿病人来讲，这些不属于蔬菜，它们是属于淀粉类的食物。所以呢，要吃蔬菜的话可以，但是呢，选一些低淀粉类的蔬菜，好像我们平常吃的菜心啊、芥兰啊、菜花啊这些啊，没有问题。但是这些高碳水化合物的所谓的蔬菜就尽量少吃。Okay? When we talk about veggie, of course, as a dietitian, I would encourage you to eat a lot of vegetables, but pay attention to starchy vegetables, because to me, to us dietitians, they are not actually counted as vegetables. They are counted as carbohydrate foods. So things like potatoes, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, corn, peas. When you eat them, we count them as rice. We count them as, bread. We don't count them as vegetables. When you eat vegetables, go and eat your chaisam and gailan and broccoli and cauliflower. That one is fine. But pay attention to the starchy veggies. Okay. Now, the last part of my presentation focusing on the concept of glycemic index. How many of you have heard of glycemic index? A lot, right? I saw some glycemic index rise, being sold outside. So as a diabetic individual, you definitely have heard of glycemic index. So what is actually glycemic index? Okay, so glycemic index is actually one way of measuring how the carbohydrates in one food tend to raise your blood sugar. Okay, but pay attention. Protein foods, only carbohydrate foods has GI. Protein foods like meat, fish, okay, chicken or eggs or tofu, they don't have much carbohydrate, so they don't actually have a glycemic index value. Okay, 我相信很多糖尿病患者都有听过我们所谓的这个GI， 就是说我们的这个I have to actually look at what is the translation of glycemic index. OK， 这个GI 呢，我相信我们大家呢，就是都有听过了，都已经很熟悉。其实呢，这个GI 呢，只是在碳水化合物的食物里面呢，可以用来解释说这个食物呢怎么样，会不会令到你的血糖增加？一些蛋白质或者是高脂肪的食物，如果不含碳水化合物的话呢，它们几乎是没有这个指数GI 的。所以有时候你看到广告说这个食物它的 GI 非常的低，或者说它没有 GI， 如果它没有含有碳水化合物，那当然它根本就没有那个 GI。所以你们不要受到他们的误导。OK，so GI has many types of GI value. Okay, we have what we call the low GI, we have the medium GI, we also have the high GI food. 所以我们有分说，有一些食物呢是比较属于高 GI 的，有些是属于中等的，有些是属于比较低的。那哪一些是比较好一点的呢？ Which actually GI food is better? Of course, your dietitians, your doctors, will tell you that foods with a lower GI is better for someone with diabetes, because they tend to lower, or they tend to actually raise your blood glucose level slower and lower. Food with higher GI tend to actually raise your blood sugar much faster and much higher. Okay, so you should pay attention to low GI food and avoid high GI food. So 你的营养师、你们的医生可能会告诉糖尿病患者，OK， 如果你要看那个食物的 GI 的话呢，就要选择一些低 GI 的食物，不要选一些高 GI 的食物，因为低 GI 的食物呢，不会增加那个你的血糖不会增加的那么快那么高，那个高 GI 的话呢，会增加你的血糖可能会高一点，可能会快一点。其实我想告诉大家的就是说。GI 这个指数呢，其实是一个非常复杂的一个东西。GI is actually a very complicated concept. I need you to pay attention to that, because 这个表格呢就显示了一些我们常见的食物的那个 GI， 比如说我们的那个basmati rice， OK， 它的 GI 就属于中等的 ，OK， 比如说我们的 fried bihun 炒米粉。它的 GI 就属于高一点的，那低 GI 的，比如说像我们的薏米啊，我们的那个芋头啊，是属于比较低一点的。But what does that mean? Does it mean 这些是属于比较this is considered as low, this is actually high. So does it mean that you should avoid all the food here and eat a lot of food listed as low GI? 是不是说低 GI 的你就可以多吃一点，高 GI 的你就可以吃少一点呢？其实老师告诉你 ，OK，GI 呢？是非常的复杂 ，OK， it's a very complicated case, a very complicated concept, because it also depends on how much you eat. This food can be very low in GI, but if you eat a lot, what will happen? Sugar will still go up, because what we call glycemic loading is high. So it's not just the number of the GI number of the food, but it's also the quantity that would affect your sugar. 其实你除了要看这个指数是高和低之外呢，你也要看一看你摄取的分量。这个食物可能它的 GI 比较低，但是如果你吃很多分量很多的话呢，那你的那个血糖也会增加的很快。而且呢，每一个食物的 GI 都会受到外来的因素的影响，比如说你烹调的方法。你是炒的还是蒸的还是煮的，也会影响到它的 GI。它切的方式，比如说，你是切成条还是切成块，也会影响到它的 GI。所以是一个非常复杂的那个方法。So for GI, right, there are many external factors affecting the food's GI. The way you cut it, whether it's shaped as a cube, or is it minced, or is it a chunk, would also affect the GI. The other food that appear together in the same dish would also affect the GI. The amount that you eat would also affect that. So I need you to remember that GI is just one of the tools for you to plan a diet. You cannot just rely on the number and say, oh, this is low, I can have. Okay? 所以呢，我希望你们大家知道，就是说 GI 呢是其中一种方法，不光是说你的那个它的指示是多少，你还要看它的那个摄取量，还要看它是怎么样的烹调方法。不要说哦，这个是那个指数低的，我就可以吃多一点。所以呢，你要考虑到非常其他多的那个因素。So I know time's up, so I'll just summarize. Okay, so just remember that you need to know, maybe with the help of a dietitian, find out how many calories and how many grams of carbohydrates that you are allowed to have for a better control of sugar. You also need to control your calories because we want to make sure that your weight is under control. We don't want you to be, overweight or because that will also affect the sugar control. And you also need to pay attention to the quality, not just the quantity of the food, of the carbohydrate, but also the quality. Focus a bit more on high fiber, whole grain kind of carbohydrates like your whole grains, your vegetables, your fruit, rather than the refined grains. Okay, so 对糖尿病患者来讲呢，非常重要。第一个就是要控制你的卡路里，因为你要控制卡路里，你才可以控制你的体重，控制你的卡路里才可以控制好你的碳水化合物的摄取量。那你才可以控制好你的血糖。另外一个就是要注意的，就是说，除了控制好你的分量之外呢，还要就是说要控制好你的质量。不是所有的碳水化合物呢都是一样的，有一些呢会增加你的血糖快一点，有一些呢会比较好一点，所以呢应该是说吃多一点，比如说全麦类的碳水化合物，吃多一点蔬菜类的碳水化合物。So with that, I thank you very much for your attention. So 谢谢大家。
All right, thank you, Miss Pauline Chan. 谢谢陈敏营养师。